Hey everyone. Okay, so I am back, and that wasn't too bad of a wait, right? So I was trying to get it done. So I had 3 days, you guys, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, where we had fun. It was nice. We were home and we didn't have to do anything, and it was so sweet. Oh my God, I loved it. I loved it. And then, everything starts to happen come Monday. It's Wednesday today. Yeah, it's Wednesday today. So Monday night we went to Cheyenne's house and had St. Patty's Day dinner, and that was super sweet. And then Tuesday, what happened on Tuesday? I'm not sure. And then today we had an appointment. Okay, I love this layout, you guys. I love this layout so much. So let's get started. So we had an appointment with Les Schwab today. And I don't know if Les Schwab is worldwide or not, but here in California we have a Les Schwab. And I had to go take my tires to get rotated. And Tim and I, we took a walk and we went down the street to Dollar Tree, and we get there, we're there shopping, and then we get the phone call that said, hey, from Les Schwab, that said, hey, yeah, we can't change your tires because they're bald. And they're like, yeah, so we're not going to touch them. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So he says, but we have a quote. He goes, I have a quote for you, and it's $1,500 and for 4 new tires, because you have a car that you really can't, you have to have all 4 tires done. And it was like, oh my gosh. So $1,500 quote. So in my head, I'm trying to figure out, like, what do I sell? What do I have to sell? I have my quilts. No one wants to pay for my quilts. I had a couple of quilts that were like $200 and or $250 or something like that, and nobody wanted them, and no one wants to pay for quilts. And so it's like, okay. Then it was like, okay, I have a couple of exercise machines, maybe I can sell those. So it was one of those, like, okay, so we got home, but unfortunately Tim was with me. So Tim heard all of that, and so he starts, getting a little teary-eyed, and because when you have a TBI, you kind of, things hit you, and they hit you differently than before. And so he got a little bit teary-eyed because he's just like, oh my gosh. And I said, no, it's fine. I will figure this out. I will figure it out. So I did a shout out on my Facebook, and it was like, okay, what do I have, you guys, that you guys, can you think of anything that I have that you would want to buy, help me out, kind of thing like that. And nobody said anything. So I was like, okay. So this day we went to Pancake House. Tim and I, we love the Pancake House. Like, love. It's our favorite place in Anaheim. It's like down the street from Disneyland. It was the best discovery we've ever done. And so every time we go to Disneyland and we have our rental car, we go to eat breakfast there. It is so delicious. Well, we come to find out, because when we were in Colorado at Craig Hospital, they had a Pancake House. So we went there 3 times, and we just adore it. And so Tim has the mugs from there, and from Anaheim and from Colorado, and they're just delicious. It's a delicious place, and yeah, it's our favorite spot. So we're like, oh, well, they have one here in California, in Northern California, down the street from, it's 20 minutes away from where we go to therapy. So we were like, okay, well, we have therapy at 8 in the morning. One of the mornings we had therapy at 8 a.m. So he had therapy from 8 to 9, and then they were going to give him a break from 10 to 11, and then 11 to 12 would have been his other one. So I said, okay, let's go have breakfast, when we were done with therapy. And we're like, okay, well, we have to leave like at 5:30 in the morning, and to get there by 8. And so we go and we are like literally outside the hospital, but still in the car. You know, we decided, because we got there early, because actually there was no traffic, which, you know, is shocking, because that's why we have to leave, you know, 2 hours early, because there's so much traffic. Well, there wasn't this day, and so it was like so weird. And so we got there early, and so I said, well, let's go down the street and let's see what's around here, right? And so we were driving, and then it was like, okay, it's time to go back, you know, or, you know, it's going to be, you know, 8 o'clock here pretty soon. And no sooner than we thought to turn around, we get a phone call from the from the therapy, and they're like, oh, your therapist called in sick, so sorry, you know, you'd be here at 10, you know. And I was like, oh my goodness. So we're like, okay, well, let's go to breakfast. Let's go to this pancake house, and let's you know, let's go eat breakfast. We are all organic now, so we can't really eat this way, but once a month we are allowing ourselves to eat non-organic stuff. Or if an occasion happens, you know, like my mom's birthday is tomorrow, the 20th, and so they're having, and my brother's birthday is the 23rd. So we're gonna, on the 23rd, we're going to their house, and we're having a barbecue, and so we eat. You know, we're gonna eat. We're not gonna not eat, right? And so there's Tim reading his book, and there's the babies on the bed. So and so it was like, okay, let's go. Well, we went, and you guys, it was so disappointing. It was so disappointing. They had, because the Pancake House has their own little custom cups, right? And they're really, you know, like I said, Tim has 2 of them now, one from Colorado, one from Anaheim. And when we were in Texas, they were in Texas also, the Pancake House. And so, but we never stopped. So we, you know, we never stopped. And we didn't have enough time to. And so that's okay. You know, we want to live in Texas, so it's okay. and well, when we went, you guys, it was so disappointing, because the food was like mediocre, but the atmosphere was like a Mexican restaurant that didn't have the sombreros on the wall, you know, but it had the whole feel of a Mexican restaurant, which is weird because it's the Pancake House. And then they had no custom cups. They were all just your normal everyday white cups. And it was so like sad, because we were like, okay, let's get one from here, you know, like that's what Tim will do. He'll collect those cups, because he really, or the mugs. He really loves the mugs. They're a heavy duty, pottery. They're a pottery mug, and they hold their heat, and they're just really nice. They're thick, and they're thick handled, because, you know, like we go to Disneyland and I collect cups from Disneyland, and some of the handles are so thin, and so this is the day of all these doggy pictures in bed. and so it was like, you know, okay, fine. and but anyway, so that was this day, and it was, yeah, so bummer, but it's okay. Now we know we'll never go back, so, you know, that's unfortunate, but we tried it, and yeah, and so now we know, right? Now we know. So anyways, let's get back to the other story. So yes, so my car needed these tires, and I did a shout out. Well, you know, I was talking in my last video about our bonus son, who, you know, we love him to death. We do. We love him, and we miss him, and I truly miss him. He is still my bonus son. He's such a good kid. He really is, and I just love him. And so does Tim, and Tim misses him too, and, you know, and it's hard, you know, and I understand. You know, Tim's a little bit different right now, and, you know, it's a little hard, and I get it, but, you know, we do miss him, and, you know, we always, you know, like the restaurants and stuff, we always, you know, went to lunch and stuff. And okay, so look at Tim smiling. Tim is laughing his butt off. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Because he's all, Mandy, I want to sit up. And I was like, okay. So I had aggressively, apparently, got to the edge of the bed, went and I grabbed the back of his head, and I pulled him up. I pulled his body up, and I shoved the pillow in the back of him so he could sit up. And he is dying of laughter. I'm like, what? He goes, I just had a moment of, oh, this is how I go. like, oh my God, Timothy, like, I'm gonna kill him, you know, I'm gonna strangle him. So he was laughing his butt off, and I was like, oh my God. So I took a picture of him, and he is just cracking himself up. And so I was like, oh my God. So yes, so now I have to warn him, like, I'm going to pull you up. And so, but it was just so cute, that moment, you know, just the good times I have with him are spectacular, you know, because I still have my husband, and it's nice. So, and now he's back to reading. He's back to reading his books, and I think it totally helps with his speech, and it's so good. And he finished this book, you guys, and he started another one, and he's almost done with his other one too. So proud of this dude. So proud of him. He's just doing phenomenal. So, but anyways, so I did a shout out, and then what do you know? My bonus son sends me money for tires, and is like, you know, I don't need any praise. I don't need you to, you know, like, post on Facebook, you know, doing any of that. And he just wanted to do it because he loves us, and he wanted his dad to be safe. And you guys, I totally cried. I totally cried because that was so sweet. So sweet. And yeah, just so appreciative of him. So now we can get some tires for our car, and yeah, it'll be nice to kind of drive around safe again, you know. I didn't realize that they were bald, honestly. So the car is almost 2 years old. It'll be 2 years in July that I bought it. So yeah, but yeah, so yes, that was really nice today. That's Annabelle's butt and Talwyn's face with her tongue out, and that's how they were sleeping underneath my my cots, in their cots underneath my table in my main craft room where they sleep when I'm crafting. So yeah, so that was a surprise, and just just so grateful, you guys. Just so grateful to have such good people in our lives, and caring people, you know, just caring, and it means a lot to me. It does. It means a lot to us, and I mean, even Tim was very, you know, he was very emotional about that too, because I told him, I go, you know, look at, he paid for our tires, you know, and he's just like, wow. He's just like, it's just, you know, so sweet. And I'm like, I know, right? So we're hoping he'll come and visit us pretty soon, since, you know, our nights, we're home more at night than during the day. During the day we have, you know, doctor's appointments and therapies and stuff. In fact, Tim has Friday. I think I told you guys last video that he has that Lexi test. And so they said it's going to be 3 hours, and so that's Friday. So, and then he has the ultrasound on his heart. So we have a busy Friday, like 5 hours of being there. And then, but tomorrow, you guys, I got to tell you this. So I know, you know, like Cheryl Smith, she donated some money to me at the from the Buy Me a Coffee. She donated for and helped me with groceries and stuff, and that was super sweet of you. Thank you. You know, it wasn't so much that I'm, you know, asking for things from people, but I'm just, like I said, I'm talking because you guys are who I get to talk to, right? And you either respond back or you don't, but it's, you know, I at least have that outlet where I can at least talk freely, you know. But I'm not begging for money. I'll figure everything out. You know, things will be okay. Things will be okay. And in fact, this Friday, it's because of the workman's comp is why we're doing this appointment. So, you know, I need you guys, what I'm going to beg you guys for is to pray, cross your fingers, think good thoughts, that we get approved for workman's comp, that this will be all workman's comp related. Because the high blood pressure that Tim, because that's what caused the brain bleed, was he has a hemorrhagic stroke is what he had. And it was a brain bleed. And he had it because of the high blood pressure, which he got because of working. And so this is all work related. But we, you know, you have to prove it. And so we have a lawyer and everything else, right? And so, but we're going to go do these test on Friday, and that's workman's comp stuff. So just, if you can, please just pray and cross your fingers and think of thoughts that we get, that this ends up being, that we win our case, and that this becomes workman's comp, because that is what we need. We need that so badly. So just, you know, please, please, please help us in that sense. You know, just, it needs to be workman's comp. All of this stuff needs to be. And, you know, so, but that's what that testing will be this Friday. So, yeah, that's what Tim will be doing. And, yeah. Oh, goodness, you guys. But I wanted to tell you guys, so tomorrow, now I have told you guys from the beginning, okay, because I don't want you guys thinking, oh, well, she's begging for money and, you know, she doesn't have any groceries or anything like that, and here she is going to go to a quilt show. But I will tell you what ended up happening is my mom didn't want to go because my mom didn't have, she didn't want to go tomorrow to the quilt show. And I said, okay, but I really want to go. You know, I need an outlet. I really want to do something for me. I had money, you guys. Let me start again. I have told you guys from the beginning that when I sell my crafty stuff, that it is for crafty to have it for, sorry, I'm like trying to see if I can raise this up just a tad. This is the paper that doesn't like that. When I sell my crafty stuff, I put it back into buying crafty stuff because I need my channel to survive. My Project Life doesn't get that many hits. The hauls do. People want to see hauls. So that's where my revenue comes from, are the haul videos and the, you know, sewing room tours and stuff, the room tours. That's where the money comes from. So I have to continue to do that. Well, you know, my dad, like I said, my dad gives me a lot of money. He spoils me. So that's how come I'm able to buy like the ATC books and all that stuff. This was our anniversary dinner and the kids got to go. And I was so thankful. The kids, and this is me, this picture with me, there's my hand. And so it was nice that we got to go eat at my favorite restaurant, right? We had just went there, I think, the week prior, and then it was our anniversary. And so my dad gave me a gift card, a Visa gift card to put towards dinner, or it was dinner. And then Cheyenne paid for the extra of, you know, what it was. So basically my parents and Cheyenne paid for our anniversary dinner. So sweet. I'm telling you guys, we were just surrounded by generous, amazing people, even if it is my own kids, you know, my son's son, daughter, you know, it's still, you know, and just, so grateful. So grateful. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. And anyways, so I've told you guys that before, that I sell stuff in order, if it's crafty, I put it back into my YouTube channel. So mainly because I have to. And I mean, it's not like it's a hardship. So it's not a hardship, right, guys? So yeah, I'm not trying to even make it sound like it is. Why does this look crooked? Let's see. Let me pop you out. There we go. And so the quilt show is in Sacramento, and I really wanted to go. I need a break, you guys. I need a break from life, you know, from just doing doctor's appointments and therapies. I wanted something else, and I was being selfish, and I really wanted to go. And so I asked him, I go, you know, would you go with me? Because I could have asked Cheyenne to stay with, you know, her dad and stuff, and she would have. But I didn't, my mom didn't want to go, and I don't want to go. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes away from me. So, because I live in Central California, and Sacramento is more like northern. So it's 2 hours and 40 minutes away from me. So I was like, you know, I really don't want to drive by myself. I just, you know, Tim is like, if your mom doesn't want to go, then I'll go. And I'm like, okay. And so it perked me up, and I was super happy, right? And then I was like, okay. And then, so we had a garage sale, you guys. We had a garage sale days prior to us leaving on vacation in Tim's collapse. And we had made a good amount of money. Well, I had put that, you know, I came home, left it in the jar, and Tim was cleaning the stove. He cleaned the stove this day. And it dropped off the container that we had, the money box, you know. And I left it in my craft room, and then we never came back home until months later, right? So I had all the money still from the garage sale. So I have the money from the garage sale for one, and then for another is I've been selling my crafty stuff. So I could go, because I knew about this expo for a month. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't know if, if Mom's going to want to go. I don't know what's happening, but I really want to go. And so I was like, okay, so let me just, sell stuff and get stuff, together and see what I have. So I actually have a couple dollars, that I can go and spend. And I really, with the garage sale money, I really wanted a Caterpillar light box. I really, really want that, because I'm doing the wool applique, and then I also doing the paper piecing, and of course we do applique also. So I just feel like I said, and I've always said from the beginning, I don't buy just to buy. I have to have a use for it, because I don't like anything sitting here. I don't want anything sitting here. I want things to be used. Like all the ATC books, I've been using all of them, and so every single one has a dent in it, not a dent, but at least a picture taken out of it, right? Because I want to use my stuff. So I don't buy just to buy. But, so this Caterpillar, I really, really want to use it, because I really want it, because I feel like I'm going to use it. And so I really just have my heart set on it. So I'm like, okay, the garage sale money, because Tim doesn't, he doesn't want any money, and he doesn't care, so he's like, just get whatever you want. Well, my dad sent me another gift card for Amazon, so that's how I get my ATC books. It's basically my dad buying them for me. and so yeah, so I'm like, okay. And then I was like, well, I don't want anyone thinking that, here I am, saying my woes, and then they're going to think, oh, well, hell, you have all this money, and you're not spending it on groceries, and you're not, you're not, whatever, right? Because some people can judge, and they have every right to, you're free and able to judge all you want. But I am just explaining and being very transparent about what is happening. And that is what is happening, is that I have money from this garage sale, and I also had money from selling my crafty stuff. So I want to go and do something for myself. I know. I want to do this for myself. And I want to show you what I get. I want to show the haul of what I get, and because I know that I have people here who care and will be excited with me that I have, that I got this, and that I'm excited about it. And I know I have supporters. I know I do. I have more supporters than I have haters, and that is cool, because if you're watching these videos, you don't mind me talking about my life, right? Because it takes special people to like these type of videos, because a lot of people don't want to listen to anyone's life story, or they're rambling or anything like that. They just want to learn something and then leave, and that's all cool. So it takes certain people to really like these kind of videos, and who are people who've been with me for many years, because I've been doing this since 2014, June or July of 2014. And yeah, so it's just but I just want to be transparent with you guys. I want to show you what I get from the haul. I do. And I don't want you, but I don't want you thinking badly of me either, like, oh, but yeah, so that's why I'm explaining myself. So so yeah, I'm being selfish. I am being totally selfish. It is mental health, it is, because for many years I suffered from depression. I suffered from severe depression, and I would drop kids off at school and come home and just sleep all day. I just suffered from it, and I wasn't happy. And then I found crafting in Project Life, and it changed my life, and I became happy, and I found so much happiness with crafting that I have not been depressed in a long, long time, because crafting makes a difference in my world. And Yeah, it does. And I just, yeah, you know, I just, I need it. I need it for my mental health, just to be selfish. I do. And I know I am being totally selfish, but at the same time, you know, I am, you know, excited about this too, because it's mine and Tim's first adventure. It's our first adventure, you guys. Just me and him going far, further than therapy, you know, further. I forgot to put my stars on here, so I'll have to do that. So, but like cut and collage right there, you guys. So this was cut and collage, and I have another, oh, I have more cut and collages. They're just, yeah, I have more cut, but they're coming. So, but anyways, I just, I'm being transparent with you guys, and it may be oversharing, but I don't care, because you guys are it. You guys are here, and you guys are listening. And I hope you're crafting with me, and, you know, I hope you can hear the excitement in my voice that I get to be with Tim tomorrow. We're going to take his wheelchair because he won't be able to walk the show. And so I have his wheelchair, and I'll be pushing him. And I said, you get to still be my mule because you're going to hold my packages. And so he's like, yeah. And yeah, we're so excited, you guys. And he's excited. He wasn't really, he was like, oh, you know, kind of nervous. But now he's like, you know, it's an adventure, and we get to do this together. And then we're going to cheat and go and have lunch. We're gonna go have lunch at a place called The Melt, and I think it was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, or it was I'm pretty sure it was that one, but it's called The Melt, and it's in Sacramento. So we looked it up already, and we want to go try that. And so we're gonna go have lunch too, you guys. It's kind of like a little mini vacation, right? I mean, it's a little getaway, and I mean, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes away from here, so, you know, wish me luck too, because, you know, I'm just like, oh gosh, I'm, you know, there's no shared driving, it's just me. So, yeah, but we are both so excited, you know, and I think we both need this. And I bought our tickets to get into the door, and yes, oh, so cut and collage, and then cut and collage. This is cut and collage also. Yeah. And yeah, so wish us luck, you guys. You know, I'm hoping everything goes well. And yeah, because like I said, but I have Tim's go bag, so I have extra change of clothes, and, you know, and you know, toiletries and things like that that we may need if something happens. And so we're pretty prepared, I think. So I'm so excited, though, you know. Total adventure for both of us. And yeah, I haven't been to Sacramento in like 20 years. So look at this one, you guys. That's a cut and collage. I need a coffee. So you know how much I love using coffee and books and all that stuff with my reading books. So that was perfect. So I love it. So cut and collage, cut and collage, cut and collage. So I'm loving using them, you guys. Really am. Anyway, so, oh, yeah. I'm just full of chatter, huh? Chatter, chatter, chatter. Now, if you didn't watch my other haul, the Shabby Fabrics haul, no, Green Fairy Quilts haul, then you may not know that my BFF, stalker alert, she never knew that she was my BFF, Donna Jordan, died. And it really broke my heart. I will say that I did shed a tear because it was sad. It was so sad, and it did feel like I lost a friend, you know. And even now I'm kind of emotional about it because it's just so sad, you know. I think she was a new grandma, and, you know, just sometimes life is just so unfair. It really is. And they always keep the cruddy people and take the good ones, you know, too early. And I think she was only like 67 years old. And from what I'm gathering, I think she had cancer. That's not from her family. That's just from people on Facebook. But it almost seemed like one of the ladies was like a friend or something and was like, she had cancer. And I'm like, oh, So I don't know. I don't know. You know how you don't never believe anything on Facebook. Never believe anything on Facebook. But, so I don't know. But either way, I mean, my BFF died. And it was devastating. Very, very devastating. And she had 4 kids. And her and her husband, I guess, had been together since they were both 16 years old. And just, wow. Just, wow. Just so sad. You just never know, you guys. You never know what life has in store for you. So, create time. And that's what the kids did for us this week. And it was really, really sweet. This is, like I said before, this is my #1 Thai Prefers with Texas Roadhouse. My favorite restaurant is this place. And I love it. And I still dream of going back. I want to go back so bad, but it's really, really expensive. So we won't be going back for a while. But, oh, I could dream. I could dream of this place. And I just, oh gosh, I wish. But it's like $100 right off the bat. And so it's really expensive. So... but oh, so good. Oh, so good. I love it. Anyways, so I just wanted to talk to you guys. I just wanted to talk to you guys like I normally do. And yeah, so, but just, you know that Tim and I are going to have fun. We are going to have fun. I just know we are. I know we are. Because, you know, he is such a supporter. You know, that's how come he works so much. Because he always, you know, wanted me happy and wanted me to have everything my heart desired. And, you know, and so he's still doing it. You know, he's still making my heart happy and everything else by, you know, saying, let's go. And I'm like, okay, are you sure? And he's like, yes, let's go. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. You know, like, thank you. So I'm excited. Oh gosh, you guys, can't come fast enough. But, you know, of course we have to get up at 6 in the morning because it's 2 hours and 40 minutes away. So we got to get up at 6 and leave by 7. Yeah, that way we can get coffee. We got to get coffee at Starbucks because that's, you know, our guilty pleasure is Starbucks. And like all friends and family give us Starbucks gift cards. And so we are, you know, we're set for that too. And I tell you guys, we have the most generous people in our lives. We really do. And so we have some gift cards still, and we're going to go get Starbucks and then take the long 2-hour and 40-minute drive to Sacramento and then come back the same day, of course. So, oh, wish me luck. Like I said, it's just me. It's just me driving. So, oi. And hopefully it's not raining tomorrow. That would suck. That would really, really suck. And, yeah. But we're so looking forward to it. But yeah, we gotta get up at 6, leave by 7, and then hopefully get there, with, when it opens. It opens at 10. And so, yeah. It opens at 10 o'clock. Oh, you guys, I already feel like such a load off, you know, like I'm so excited about it. I just, you know, it just feels like something I needed. Something that I really want. So, yeah. All right. This is all cut and collage. This whole thing. So, I thought it was fitting because my husband got his whole Santa thing going on, his whole beard and cuteness, and yeah, and so I just feel like it's, I'm just cutting the edges off, you guys, so hold on one sec. So it felt like this was him, you know, so he's like a little Nomi. He's my Nomi. And so this is all cut and collage right here. I'm just loving it, you guys. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm good. Tim is wonderful. Tim is doing better and better every darn day. So yeah, I'm happy. All right, guys. What do you think? Do you love it? I love it. I only got one comment. So Cheryl Smith, thank you so much for leaving a comment. And also thank you again for your donation. I appreciate it so much. I really do. Thank you. And yeah, so appreciative to everybody who watches, everybody who leaves a comment, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Whew, I'll be back with a haul from the Sacramento Quilt Expo. So excited. All right, guys. Wish me luck. We'll see y'all later. Bye.